All right. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Ebony's Bookshelf Chat, and I'm your host, Ebony. So today we're going to just talk about authors, the book community, events, and so on and so forth. But the main question for me is, so what's on your bookshelf? So I can snag a book or two from you. Okay. And today we have Brandon from Brandon's Book. Everybody give him a round of applause. Thank you for being
Hey,
here.
very excited.
I'm so excited. Okay. So I think I want to go ahead and start with some bookish questions, like the game, like a bookish game. So, do you have a bookish pet peeve?
I feel like I have a lot of bookish pet peeves. Okay, I won't do like the basic ones. I feel like a poorly written book, like fine, everything like that. I think certain characters in books are like pet peeves and stuff. I read like a lot of like
Hmm.
urban fiction and stuff, and I feel
Okay.
like there's a lot of people who write characters that are like trying to be funny and stuff. And it typically will be like an older like woman or something like that. And it's just like chill out for one thing. Like it's never it comes across as like really corny and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, I love like friends to lovers romances. I mean, lovers to friends. I mean, what I should just say. I love enemies to friends romances. And in those specifically, I mean, I really enjoy reading like enemies to lovers books. And I hate whenever you can tell from early on that, this is like where it's going, even though like it's where it's going and stuff like that. It's just like don't make it so obvious.
Hmm.
Oh, and we've read together. You know that I hate a stupid male character, a stupid male, and it's I can deal with like I don't know what it is, something about like a stupid main like male
Ooh.
main character. Just I have no idea. It always just like irks me. No idea.
Okay. Okay. It takes you there.
Yeah,
You
it's
be
so
ready to put that
frustrating.
book down. Okay.
Yeah,
Or put me in the book so I can ping ping ping
I'll be
that
ready to jump
character.
in some books.
Okay. So if you were to read like five physical books or ebooks for the next 5 years, what would they be? Like only five books, whether it's your ebooks or physical books, but only for the next 5 years. What would they be?
That is rough. That is rough. Okay, only five. I mean, okay, it's rough, but I'm also like, I'm a person who rereads books, so it's not
Okay.
outside of like the norm for me. Um, I want to say The Attic Child.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think that was like, that one was really good. Um, why can I not think of the name of it right now? By Daniel Black.
Oh,
I'm like, let me
is it the perfect
Google.
child
Yeah. Is it that one?
or
The one with the let
Oh
me
my
Google.
gosh, I'm sitting here because I haven't read Isaac's song yet, but I
Oh,
read
you have to read Isaac's song.
okay.
Perfect Peace. Perfect
Oh, that's what it
Peace.
is. Not perfect
Yeah, that's what
child. Where
I
did I get
was
that
like. Yeah, I was
from?
like, no, I was like, I knew it was something perfect. Perfect Peace. So Perfect Peace, The Attic Child.
Hmm.
Um, Only for the week. Only for the week. That was it's top five. I feel like I've
Yes,
definitely reread that one a couple of times. Um, I would say The Coldest Winter Ever.
I
I
have
know
not
that
read
like
that.
really.
I
It's
got
a
to. Don't get
classic.
on.
It's a classic. Now, I will say, reading it as an adult, like I read it 13 years old, like and everything
Hmm.
like that. So it was, boom, like this whole thing and stuff like that. Rereading it older, I look at it from a different lens, but I think
Okay.
like there's always just like something like emotional about it. Um, oh, and Ace of Spades.
Oh yes. Oh
I feel
yes.
like Ace of Spades. Yeah, I could reread that like over and over.
Yeah. That eased down. Very good.
Yeah. I feel like I would like stick with that five. Cause I thought about some others. I'm like, I love a good emotional book. Like I like They Both
Hmm.
Die at the End, but I'm like, I don't know if I could ever reread that. Some stuff is just too sad.
That was good. And I have not read the second because there's a second book that just came out not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you got a good list there. Okay. Yeah, I just need to read Dakota's Winter Ever. I need to read that. So now you got to
Definitely.
pick, and I think I already know where you're gonna go with this. But Brandon Massey or S.A. Crosby,
I'm gonna go with S.A. Crosby.
and I was like, I already know that you was gonna.
I'm gonna go with S.A. Crosby. I enjoy Brandon Massey's books, but it pulls me back to that pet peeve. Something about his male main characters throw me like, and I'm like, I don't know if he writes them like that on purpose. Now, granted, I do want to give like some of his books a try because I see that he has one with like a female main character. I want to see what that's
Hmm.
like. But S.A. Crosby, just every single book, like I can pick it up and I'm like, yeah,
Yep, yep. And look, I'm gonna see Brandon Massey's supposed to be at the Black Book Bash in Florida. I said I'm gonna have to go see him and say, now, what's the issue? What's
yeah.
the
I'm gonna go
issue?
up to him. Hey, Brandon to Brandon, let's have a conversation.
Come on, Brandon, because I'm like,
Let's talk.
you had me wanting to jump in them books and fight them characters. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. So, let's say, would you want to live in your favorite book, or would you rather have one of your favorite characters come to life?
Oh, that's a really good question. I feel like let me go live in a book. I feel like let me go live in like one of my favorite books. In my mind, I'm thinking like now I got to get into like fantasy and stuff like that. So take me away from
Mm-hmm.
real world stuff. Give me some magic. Give me some dragons. Like
Oh,
all of that.
it's this book. What was it? Ebony, Wings of Ebony, I think. It's out there on my shelf somewhere. Where it's like she's here, in the projects or whatever, but then she's somewhere else when like she taps this thing on her arm or whatever, and it takes her to somewhere totally different where she's like, she's high ranking and stuff. Like she didn't even know
Yeah,
that
I
this
feel like I
part of
might
her
have heard
exists.
of that.
That's a good one. And I think I read it. I think there's an audio with it, if I'm
I
not
love a good
mistaken.
audio.
But yeah, and I think this probably ties into like the five books that you could read, for the next 5 years. But knowing that you are a New York native, if you were on the subway, a never-ending subway ride,
Mm.
is there a book or books that you would bring to get you through this never-ending subway ride?
Uh, Definitely. I feel like I would probably say, how many can I say?
How many you want?
Okay. So for one, The New Yorker in me, because I would need to keep people away from me. There's a book that I have on my shelf, called "Everybody on This Train is a Suspect" or "Everyone on This Train is a Suspect." It's like a murder mystery and stuff. So I feel like for a decent while, I'm sitting there with that, like, hey, everybody, leave me alone. Um, I think. I would probably also want to read. I like Pretty. I really enjoyed the book Pretty.
That was
Yeah, by
good.
Keith F. Miller. That was a really good book.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty and Together. Like I would probably want to like
Yeah.
read that duo. Um and then honestly, I'd probably like grab something random like off my shelf that I haven't read, and I'd just be like,
Okay.
all right, it's time to crack this open.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh yeah, Pretty and Together was a really, really good book. Did you listen to the audio with those?
No, I haven't. Was it good?
Hmm. Yeah,
Okay,
they're
I'm gonna
really
check it out
good.
then.
All right, so now on to some, bookish random questions. So even though, okay, you're born and raised in New York City, is there a place that you read in a book that you can't wait to visit that you haven't visited?
Ooh. Yeah, weirdly, it's very like small places and stuff. So
Okay.
I used to read, I can't think of his name. He wrote The Family Business. I'm like, let me think.
Didn't they make that? Is that a movie as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen the movie.
Carl Weber, that was him. So he has like the book series, like the Family Business and stuff. It's also like the BC like series or something. I haven't watched the show because I won't get into all of it. and I enjoyed the first few books and stuff like that, and won't get into that. But he wrote about like this like really small town like called like Waycross, Georgia, and I'm like I would love to like visit like that like small town. I mean, I'm like I don't think there's
Mhm.
anything special about it and stuff, but I'm just like I feel like just the small townness of it all. I think other than that, I feel like I would probably want to go. Oh, on vacation somewhere. There's a murder mystery inspired it. But there's like a like somewhere in like Colorado, there's like this like ski resort and stuff like that. And the
Mhm.
way that the author like described it, I forgot the name of the book, but it was just like very like just very vividly like described and everything. And I'm like, snow is snow, in my opinion. Like there's but so many ways you could describe
Okay.
like it was white, it was snow, but it was like, described in such a way that it's like oh, this is beautiful and like absolutely like the wrong place for like a murder mystery and stuff. So it's like, let's go for everything but the murder mystery.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, snow, is snow. Especially when being a truck driver, seeing snow.
Yeah.
My child, listen, I ain't never got to see a piece of snowflake again.
Yeah. I
Never
know
got to.
that.
But I do want to go to like, ski resort. Now I don't know about skiing, but
No. Black
I do
people don't
want to
ski.
go. Yeah.
I
You're
get a
not gonna
nice
have me
winter
tumbling
outfit
down the
and stuff.
side. Okay,
Yeah,
real
no,
cute.
go outside, look nice, take some pictures.
And let's go back inside. But
Right,
you're not about
y'all.
to turn me into the big old snowball.
Yeah, no, no. Like, oh, this looks fun. Y'all enjoy.
So now segue into glad you talk about, mysteries and thrillers and all that. Do you feel like there is an author that could write you in that kind of book? Or that you would want to write you in that kind of book as a
Oh.
character?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think S.A. Crosby, his books, they go places and stuff. So I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
really know if I'd want him to write me and stuff. Oh, Kennedy Ryan. Kennedy Ryan could throw me in a situation real fast and stuff like that,
You know what?
and give me a recipe and stuff at the same time
Okay.
for
Because I
sure.
still have not made that lemon pound cake, but I am. I'm gonna make it. Because
Yeah, I'm
Kennedy.
making it again.
Oh, okay. So now I know I need to get on it. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Because one thing about Kennedy, she gonna tell the story, and when it comes to certain topics, she's gonna thoroughly explain it to you, but in the best way possible. Like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
I'm
love
such
me
a fan of
some.
hers.
I love me some Kennedy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's see. Okay, so I know that you're a freelance writer. Is there a place that we can see your work, or will we ever get a chance to see it?
So actually, yeah, I'll definitely. So it's funny because actually this is I guess like a kind of like secret and stuff. So I've like written books and I've like published them under like a pen name and stuff like that. It's been like all like urban fiction books and stuff.
When?
Yeah, it's been like a thing like under like I did it like a couple of years ago and stuff like that. So it's not
Hmm.
like something like I've actively like promoting, but in doing like the writing for like the reviews and everything that I do on Bookstagram, I'm like I'm getting that itch again to like start writing and stuff. So I would say yeah, I definitely feel like in the near future, like you're gonna see more of my writing.
Okay, I can't wait because I was like, yeah, Brandon's a writer. I'm trying to see what he be writing about. I want to see.
Look, I'll send you
Okay.
the link after this. I'll definitely send you the link.
Okay. And I ain't gonna tell nobody, but I'm gonna read them and I'm gonna send you a voice note because you know how we get down with the voice notes. Okay.
Definitely.
Is there any tropes that you like stay away from when you write or in books in general that you read?
I try to stay away from. I would probably say it feels like so broad. I was going to say, but I feel like what's like conventional and stuff. I think that there's
Okay.
like a lot of like when people like know their lane, especially like when it comes to like writing and stuff like that, they tend to try to like, I would say like stick to it in ways that may not
Hmm.
necessarily feel like authentic to them and stuff. So like for me, I want to write whatever feels like comfortable and stuff. So like whether that's like queer writing, whether that's like urban fiction and stuff. And I think like that's like kind of like the jumble for some people and stuff because it's like, I feel like if you're a writer, you can write like anything and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think when I'm on like the reading side, I try to stay away from, I feel like anything, if I get too far into a book and I feel like I can already like see what's happening and stuff like that,
Mm,
then I'm like, yeah, we got to move on from it and stuff. I feel like I've gotten like a lot more comfortable like DNFing books, especially like over like the last year. So I'll like, yeah, if I feel like I know what's happening, um typos, or if I just like the characters aren't real, I would say like I think like there's a way to have the characters explain things without having the author explain everything for them and stuff. It's like,
yeah,
imagine if we were like doing this interview and somebody's like, and now Ebony and Brandon are talking. It's like, no, girl, that's the purpose of us like
first with
having the
the.
conversation and stuff. Like, let us like let the book work for itself, kind of.
Hmm. You know who I think LB Gaines does a very good
Mm,
job of making the characters feel real.
hmm
And like especially with the 3 months in the cry,
hmm
me and OG were saying like even though it was a novella, it felt like a full novel. Like when I got done, I felt like I had just read a really good lengthy novel and I felt full. Like
Right.
she did a really good job. So I can't wait for her success, but I get exactly what you're saying. Like, listen, with certain genres, make it feel real. Another thing, other genres we know, like, listen, hey, we already know what this is. It's
Yeah.
it's fun. It's bring
It's
me, yeah.
fun, and yeah, we lean into the fun parts of it and stuff, and I feel like that's just it. But I'm like, a book where I'm like, I can see what's happening. I'm gonna just lean into the fun part. 3 stars. I'll get through it.
Mm. You think when I started laughing, I thought about the book that we read as a group that um I think Michelle
Oh,
uh
yes. I wish I could remember which one it
I could
was.
see like I could see the cover, but I cannot see the name. And I know it has like two or
Yeah.
three different covers to it. But when she asked us, she was like, "Are y'all done?" And we was, I'm like, "We,
Hey,
I didn't,
sorry, girl.
DNF, girl." I mean,
It
because I
was.
had already seen where it went. It came too fast.
Yes, yes. It was a certain point where we came all with voice notes and stuff. Like, I'm so glad y'all said that y'all did not finish this because I was not going to finish it either. And I was just like, what happened?
Because I remember she came into my DM and she came on my DM because I was talking about another book. And I said, let me just go to the group DM and be like, so y'all did
Hey,
I did
y'all,
the same
let
thing.
me check in. How y'all feel about this book? I just want to see.
I'm like, I did not. When it got to that part, I was like, okay, we're just playing the cat and mouse game, and we already know.
Yeah,
So yeah, stuff like that is like, yeah. At that point, we can wrap this book up. It could have
yeah.
been a novella at that point.
If the books are getting on your nerves, DNF it. Like,
Hang it up.
if you're like, yeah, if you have to think about it too much, just DNF it, I feel.
Hmm. And also, with you being a writer, is there a favorite place that you like to write?
I like writing outside of my house. It's easier, like so much easier and stuff. Because I feel like once I leave my house, like have my computer and everything, then I'm
Hmm.
just like I can sit. I live across the street from a college actually, and they have like a pretty
Okay.
like nice campus. So I'm like able to like go there, especially on like the weekends and stuff. There's also a coffee shop on the corner like by my house. So I'll go there sometimes. And I'm like, no, it's nice just to get outside of the house to do it. And I feel like pull inspiration from like real life.
Okay. Is there a place like in the world that you would love to go write at?
I feel like I would love to go right. Actually, yeah, I feel like in several places. I think on a beach in Brazil. I think
Oh,
on a
come on,
beach in Brazil. I just
Brazil.
feel like, yeah, I just feel like somewhere with like my feet kicked up and stuff.
Hmm.
Um I think I would also love to write. I feel like somewhere in a cabin. I think, get my Stephen King on, not misery, but I'm like, get my Stephen King on and, go to a cabin somewhere, feel like a real like, oh, I'm a serious writer now. What are you about to do? I'm gonna go to this cabin for a week and like come back with a book or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I see that. We went to a cabin in the mountains, kind of. Yeah, it was pitch dark out there. Talking about
That's the thing.
pitch
Yeah,
dark.
you go out there, it's just nature. And I'm like, I
Nation.
don't just
My sister
nature.
said, I can't see the road. I said, girl, you better turn them brights
Turn them on
on.
high. Turn them on high. You want me to get out there with my iPhone too?
Okay, because we're gonna get through this. But
Right.
So I know I seen on your page, of course, when we got that post to get to know about you. Are there any movies or TV shows that like have your attention right now?
Yes. So right now I'm watching Smoke on Apple TV.
What's that
It
about?
stars, so it's about this like fire investigator, two fire investigators. The
Okay.
main reason why I got into it was Jernee Smollett was in it, so I was like, I love
Oh,
her,
okay.
so let me just
Hmm.
go ahead and like start this. So her and Taron Egerton from he was in like the Kingsman series of movies and stuff. The two of them
Okay.
play fire detectors who are like looking for these like serial arsonists. And it turns into like this cat and mouse game that's really good. Um and then I'm falling down the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It's got me bad. I'm on
Okay.
like season two now, powering through it and stuff. It's a lot.
So that sounds like I need to go ahead and just hop back into that Housewives universe.
Yeah, it
So,
got me. It's been a while. It's been a while because I haven't watched since Atlanta, but this one, it got me.
hmm, I have not watched it. I don't even, you know what? I haven't watched since Nene left.
Yeah, I feel like that might have been around the time where I left it
That might
too.
have, yeah. So, and is there any music that has your attention right now, or any song that like just plays repeat?
As of right now, I've been listening to Giveon a lot lately.
Hmm.
But I feel like in general, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's really been like anything too much that's come out that's been like on like my playlist. I've just been like bumping like the same stuff, which is Megan Thee Stallion, Big Glow, like all of
Okay.
that kind of stuff. Can't ever go wrong with them. If I'm in a more chill mood, I'll listen to like Cleo Soul, um, Victoria Monet.
We love Victoria.
Um, yeah, so just like really chill. I feel like I always have music on.
You know, with Big Lotto, the song I keep listening to, which is more than likely probably gonna be on my August and September music wrap up, is Prized Possession with Tizo Touchdown.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
is a good song.
Female rap is just it's just it.
I'm like, where have I been? Because when Kendrick mentioned him in the, diss track or whatever to
Hmm.
Drake, I was like, who is this person you talking about? And ever since then, I'm like, where have you been, Ebony? Because
I guess
Tizo
I need to get into
is,
him because that's really I know the one with like Lotto and him, but I'm like, yeah, I guess I need to get into him more.
yeah, and I love me some Lotto. She just so T.
She the best.
Oh my gosh. All right, so are there any books that you read that you feel relates or reflects to who you are, like at this moment in your life?
Oh, that's a really good question. I would say I think Boys Come First by Aaron
I
K.
need to read that.
Foley. Yeah, it's a really good book. It's about like Black queer men in their 30s navigating just the ins and outs of like romance and work and just like what it means, I feel like to be like a queer man in your 30s, like living in like the city and stuff like that. But there's like
Mm.
Detroit and everything. So I think like that's I feel like yeah, I'd probably say like that one and stuff. Now they go through some stuff in there that, it don't relate to me and everything like that. I'm like, we're gonna knock on wood. But I'm like, I think like
Okay.
the overallness, I think like it's I would definitely like recommend it to people and I feel like I could relate to it now.
Okay. Yeah, I want to check that out because I think you had that as on your post like the first line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I was like,
yeah. That
okay.
first sign, it brings you into it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to get into that. So let's see. Um, with us reading together, like in that group, was there a favorite read that you
Oh,
liked that we did, and how everybody was like sending voice notes or messages?
I'm like, let me check on my phone because I'm like, I have to look at our messages. But I'm like, I know that there has because I feel like we've definitely given books like 5 out of 5 stars before.
Hmm. I know we did. Because our hold on, was our first read? Because I think Ace of Spades, it was gonna be me and you, and then, or was it gonna be me and Tony? I think it was gonna be me and we invited Tony like before we actually like read it, and then Michelle came in, and then it was like we just went from there.
Hmm.
But I was wondering, yeah, like, was there a favorite read where we all was just like, in it to win, in it to win it? Because like we say, listen, if nobody's sending a message, we don't think we feeling it.
Yeah. I feel like honestly, I think like there was probably I know I said a lot about them, but I think like the Brandon Massey books, I think like we read I feel like at least like two of those that were good. Um
What's the one
and
with
then
Scarlet?
look, I know which one you're talking about. I'm looking now to try to see if I could
Oh, Bad Influence. I think is that it? Yes.
I think oh yes, Bad Influence. I think that one takes the cake.
Yeah.
Bad Influence, yeah,
That
with Scarlet Crazy Ass. That was a lot happening in there. That was a lot
it
happening in
was.
there.
Yeah, I was like, I need to grab that little girl by the
Yeah, and pull her somewhere and don't let her
okay.
go.
Don't let it go at all. All right. So last question on, just random question in the bookish, community or whatever. How do you feel about the book community now versus back when you joined Bookstagram?
I feel good about the book community. I feel like better about it now. And not that I've ever had like any negative feelings about it. I think that the book community is like very accepting of people. It feels like a really good space and it
Yeah.
feels, like welcoming to like people who want to like create content and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It also, admittedly, it feels really small sometimes, I think. Like it's like I feel like, yeah, like everybody, there are a lot of books in the world and stuff like that, but
Ooh,
sometimes it
that
feels like everybody's reading like the same books. Um, and like I enjoy Bookstagram because of the fact that like I'm able to like I guess like for those ebbs and flows, like whenever I see a book where
mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, everybody's like reading it and stuff, I feel like, I should be reading it too because I'm like, I trust everybody. It's like the people who I follow, I trust like I trust your judgment. I trust like all of you guys like judgment and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, like I want to read it and stuff. But then I also love like how varied Bookstagram is because I'm like, I could go to someone's page and it's like, hey, you have like urban romance here, but then you have fantasy here, but then you have drama, you have whatever types of books and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, and I also love the people on Bookstagram, I would say. I think
Oh yeah.
like it's weird to just be able to say like, hey, like I can just DM someone and we're just talking about stuff and now like we're friends and everything like that. Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's how we got started. I don't even know
Yeah.
like I don't know like what our first messages like were to each other and stuff, but I feel like yeah, I don't know. It was just you just start
Yeah.
talking to people and it's like, hey, friend, what's up? How are you? How's your day
I
going and
hear.
stuff? So I'm like, yeah, I really enjoy the community.
Yeah, and it's so funny. Which I think her name is, if I'm saying it right, Tavi. She has the brand Hooked in Book,
Hmm.
and I remember she wrote on Threads. She was like, "How do y'all just be jumping in all these inboxes?" Child, I don't know. I just go right on in there. If I'm reading a book or something, I'll be like,
Yeah.
I send a voice that, listen, let me tell you about this scene you wrote. Next thing you know, I'm like, hey friend,
Right, literally
and I
that.
do that with any of y'all.
They'll do it
Yeah.
to you too. Like
Hmm.
people, like everybody, like if you're reading something, people will comment, they will reply to your story, they will whatever the
Yep.
case may be. And it's like, you start to build that rapport with people. Next thing you know, you're friends with people.
Yep. And you like, listen, where you gonna be at? I'm gonna be here. Are you gonna be here? So we can, yeah. Like
Right.
I can't wait till I come to New York again because I meant to come this year, but I didn't make it because I really wanted to meet y'all. But I'll be back. I'll be in New York soon for something.
I know. It was so bad because I saw the event in New York, but I didn't find out about it until like too late and stuff. My mind had not been on like
Oh
Bookstagram with like the
yeah.
summer and stuff. And then I saw that Michelle went and I was just like, oh, that would have been so great to like
Oh,
go and meet her and
oh
everything.
my gosh. Because she's like, aren't you going? I was like, I was, but I gave my ticket away. I'm like, God. Oh. But yeah, either
Next
way, we're all
time,
gonna meet each
next
other. Yeah.
time.
Hmm. All right, so now we're gonna talk about your bookshelf because that's what we really came here for. Because I want
Really.
what you got on that shelf. So let's see. So on your bookshelf and or Kindle, is there a book that you had the longest?
The longest and finished or haven't read.
It doesn't matter. Just like the book that you might have had the longest, the oldest book on your shelf, or on your Kindle.
I'm going to say this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. It's honestly probably Together. I have not
Oh.
finished it yet. Like for no particular reason, I just have not finished it yet. It's just been like sitting there like a quarter of the way read and stuff, and I'm like, I need to like finish it. And I'm like, it's there's nothing wrong with the book. Like I enjoy it so far. It's just
Hmm.
like I know that it's just like so high emotional that like, yeah.
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 So I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, yeah. Other than that, there's a there's this book called Death of the Author, that came out like earlier this year. I got it originally like a art copy from NetGalley.
Hmm.
And you know, it's just been there. It's just been there. It's just been sitting there for no particular reason. It's so bad. Books keep getting like brushed to the side and stuff. Because the other day I was reading I think it's called like We Lie Here by like Frida McFallon, something like that. I was reading that and then I was like cleaning up and then I was like, "Oh, I found Brooklyn by Tracy Brown." And I was
Um,
like, "Oh, that's where my bookmark has been." And now I'm back reading that book because I'm like, "Oh, I need my bookmark." So I'm like, "Let me finish the book so I can pull the bookmark out of it." So, I'm jumping all over.
Brooklyn is a good book. Also, I need to finish it because when I got it from NetGalley, it only stopped at a certain point. And
That's
I
the
reached
worst.
I reached out to them. I said, where's the rest of the
Hey,
book? They was like, sometimes that's how it
where?
is. I'm like, oh
So
baby,
what
I
am I
could
reviewing? What am I supposed to? I can't give a full opinion. I don't have a full book.
okay. Like I think I only gave it like 4 stars because I'm like, I have not finished it. I don't
Yeah, the other star is in the rest of the book, apparently.
apparently apparently until I get there. Because I was like, oh my gosh. And until this day, I've had that book on my shelf since my birthday last year.
Mm,
And haven't went back. But I think I do want to read it from the beginning because I like to annotate. But I'm just like,
yeah,
that book is gonna take you down through there. It is
yeah,
that
yeah,
much.
yeah.
All
I
right,
can
so
imagine.
I know we talk about boys come first, but are outside of that book, are there like 5 books that you physically have that you feel tell like anybody, whether they know you or don't know you, that tell people who you are?
Oh, okay. 5 books on my physical bookshelf. I would say, and this is a funny one to start with. I'm gonna say Ace of Spades. I have the physical
Hmm.
of that one, so I think that. Wait, would I put that one? No, actually, no. We're gonna strike Ace of Spades.
Okay.
I'm going to say Their Vicious Games instead.
Ooh.
I feel like, um, only because like I just enjoy like a cat and mouse, just like in general and stuff. Like
Hmm.
not in my real life, but like I feel like with the stuff that I watch on TV, a lot of like the books that I read, like there's just like a heavy like cat and mouse like influence and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, she is a terrible person. She is an absolutely terrible person. And I have to acknowledge the fullness of how terrible she
Okay.
is. But I would probably have to also say, I'm gonna say Harry Potter and the Deathly Hollows. I grew up with the books. They have like an emotional connection
Yeah.
to me, and they helped me like understand a lot about like grief, like growing up and stuff like that, like
Hmm.
seeing the characters like deal with like death and everything, especially in like the last book. So I'd have to say that. Um, I would also say I mentioned it before, but I think like The Attic Child, I think like
Yeah.
that one was just like I feel like just like a top 5 book. It's one that I feel like I would always just want to reread. Um, just because like it stuck with me for just like so long.
Yeah.
Um, I would also say what is I can't remember the name of the book. Tracy Brown's not Brooklyn, but her other book.
Hold You Down or
Yes, Hold You Down. Hold You Down. Hold You Down was like it Hold You Down
Baby.
was like I think like Hold You Down was one of those books that really like sat with me because it's like
Mm.
I enjoy books with like a good setting and I think like New York was a character like in that book. Like the fact that like
Yeah.
just everything, the grittiness of it was just like so real and stuff. So I really enjoyed that.
Hmm.
Um And then I'd probably say, because now I'm like, I feel like I gotta throw in something sweet and stuff. I'm like, I'm going to the dark places. I would say Kennedy Ryan. I would say like Kennedy Ryan. I don't like which Kennedy Ryan book because that's a difficult decision. I feel like Kennedy Ryan's Before I Let Go. I feel like it's a classic. You can't ever like really go wrong with it. I think
Yeah.
that I love again, I feel like a book with like a good setting and stuff like that, like the restaurant and everything, and just yeah, just like the overall of it. So yeah, I
Hmm.
definitely say like those five.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Those are some. I tell you, Tracy.
Yeah, yeah.
R.I.P. to her, but Tracy,
Rest in
bam,
peace.
you did a thing. You
Yeah,
did your
she did a
thing.
thing. She did a
Okay.
thing.
Um, is there any book that you or books that you would never part with that's on your
Oh,
shelf?
for sure. Um, The Coldest Winter Ever.
Mm.
I have like this. I'm gonna be honest. I think I have the same copy that I read in high school. I think like yeah, I think it
Oh,
is the exact same one from like I read in high school and stuff. So it's just like emotional connections. I would hold on to that. Um, there's this memoir that I have called Tis by this guy, Frank McCord. I got it in high school from like
mm.
my mentor at the time. So it was like it's about like this guy who becomes like a teacher and stuff. So that was like a really like good book. Um, they both die at the end. I feel like it's so sad, but I feel like I always like I
It's
always
so
tell people
good.
like you should read this book. Like I'm always like you should read this book. Um, and I would probably also say I feel like Hold You Down. I think like Hold You Down is like another one. Like I feel like that's always going to be a book like I can go back to like reread that
Yeah.
one. I'll hold on to like my physical copy forever.
Okay. And I know that we talked about the post with, the first lines. Are there any book like that you read recently, like the first line was like, yeah, that, yeah, that's going up there.
I'm trying to think. Actually, yeah, let me grab Brooklyn real fast because I'm like I read Brooklyn and I
Ooh.
love it because it opens up in like the middle of stuff. I think she
Yeah,
getting killed or something
it
like
do.
that. Yeah, I'm dying. The hands around my throat press tighter with each second that passes. I love a good like throw me into it, like throw me in, coach. So it's like yes, what's happening and stuff like that. And it's like
Yes.
you read it and like even now like reading the book, I'm about like about halfway through reading it, and I'm like this girl is a victim and stuff. Like why would somebody want to like kill her and everything? So I'm like, yeah, Tracy again did her big one.
Okay. That, yeah. That's what I love books that like, oh, let's get in here. Let's go ahead and I mean, I also do enjoy my ones that build, but it's something about the ones where we just, oh, you put me in here. Let
Yeah.
me tighten my seatbelt. Let me hold
Right. Like,
on for the
okay,
ride.
I'm in it now.
Okay.
Okay, excuse me.
And that Brooklyn, seeing people do their reviews, right? And I'm like, yes, Brooklyn got on my nerves. She did. But do y'all not see her side? Like, do y'all not get it?
Yeah. Cause that's my thing. I'm only on her side right now. So I'm like, I don't know any like I've seen other people's stuff and stuff like that, but I'm just like, y'all see her mama is the villain and everything. Like, I'm on her side until
Okay.
she do something.
Now she does do something. I don't think you got there yet, but I'm not gonna lie. I cried 2 or 3 times
Mm.
when I got the thing from NetGalley. So I'm like, the part where it stopped at a NetGalley, I'm like, I know eventually I have to read it in the book, but I'm like, I already
Mm.
cried like 2, 3 times in the book.
Yeah, it's
But I'm
sad.
willing
It's
to
take you
cry
through it.
again. I'm willing to
Yeah.
cry again. All right, so lastly, are there any new favorite reads? I mean, I know you're in Brooklyn right now, but any like new favorite reads that like you just recently finished and you're like, you know what? That's gonna go on my top.
Yeah, let me go to my story graph. Because I'm like I've been reading, I just haven't been doing like any reviews and stuff, which I'm like I need to get back on. Um Essay Cosby. Oh, so recently I read Good Intentions by Brandon Massey.
I haven't read that yet.
It was a good book. I would recommend it. It was a good book. It was definitely good. Um,
Brandon,
it was.
it's the way your voice is like, it's a good book.
I enjoyed it. No. What else have I read? All the Sinners Bleed. I did the review of that. That
Oh
was a
yeah.
really good one.
Mhm.
What else? The Violent Conspiracy.
Oh yes, I listened to that on audio. That was so good. I
Yeah,
really enjoyed that.
yeah.
I
That one
might have
was
to put
really
it on my
good.
shelf.
And oh, Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen. One of my coworkers, she was
Baby.
like, she's been getting into like reading and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, girl, what you reading?" And she's like, "Curvy Girl Summer," Plus Size Player, and I'm like, "All right, girl, let me check them out." I like Danielle Allen.
Yeah, and she is so sweet. I just got to meet her at Indie Love. She is so nice. Like one of the sweetest. Matter of fact, in that the first book, the opening line in that,
Mm,
that's a good one too, because I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay, Danielle.
yeah,
Wait a
yeah,
minute.
girl.
Wait a minute, Danielle. Let me get myself together. But plus size player, the audio, Wesley
I need to
just
get into more audio. I think that's going to be a goal of mine to get into more audiobooks. 'Cause especially because I can read them faster than yeah. So yeah.
yeah, and I said I was gonna make a post, and I am gonna make a post, but I know it's gonna be multiple posts because I love audiobooks, and I'm really starting to pay attention more and more to the narrator and like, are they bringing this story to life? Because
Yeah.
what's her oh my gosh, her last name is Turpin, I think. I cannot think of her first name, but I mean, she is awesome. But yeah, I said I'm gonna make a post. Yeah, get into the audiobooks because I be reading on two times speed or listening two times or better.
Look,
Because
we see each other with that because same thing. How fast could it go and stuff? One of my apps,
hmm
like it doesn't go fast enough for me and stuff. I'm like, I need it as fast as it could go, at least double time, at least double time.
I always tell people, they're like, how you listen that fast? I'm like, I don't know. I just kind of build up over time. Like, I was at one and I was like, oh, it's a little something to 1.5, listen a little bit. And I'm like, just build up. Also, I'm like, if you start at normal speed and the narrator, talks slow to you, speed it up some. That's all you got to
Yeah.
do. Because some narrators talk fast at normal. So I'm like, okay, I can just leave it at two. But then if they talk
Hmm.
too slow, then I'm like, oh, I can go above two. Let's get on through this thing. But
Exactly.
yeah.
That's how I feel. Because I'm like, for me, I think I got it from you. Like, I will read the book and also be listening to the audio at the same
Oh
time.
yeah.
And I'm like, I
hmm
know for sure that if I'm reading faster than like they're reading in my ear, they have to be speeding up and stuff. Because I can read
Yeah.
physically fast. So I'm like, yeah, y'all got to get it together.
Get it together. Exactly. Now, is there any question you have for me? Or
Yeah, I feel like what do you think is going to be like next for you? Like I know that you're like working on like clearly the podcast, very excited to be here. But I feel like how do you feel like your I guess brand, like the Ebony, Essence
oh,
bookshelf like brand, like, like
oh gosh.
what do you feel like is next for you like on your journey? Like where would you like to see yourself go?
Okay, that's a good question because I have been thinking about that a lot lately. And I started this, and this wasn't even an idea when I first started Bookstagram or started reading. And for y'all or us as influencers, creators, the community, I just want to focus like on us because without us, there is no community. And I feel like with this podcast, I want to say this and I'm going to put this out there, but like prime example, at Black Romance, I one day, maybe not this year coming, but let's say like 2027, how they do author panels. I would love to host an influencer panel. Like
I love
that's
that.
that's where I want to go because and even though authors influence us as well, I feel like I love and respect the influencers in this community. They're welcoming, they make me think. So they make me think bigger than I ever thought. So as far as my brand, I want people to know my name and I want people to know like when they think of my name, that girl Ebony, she has a smile on her face. She's
Right.
so welcoming, she's so inviting, she's so funny. So from the podcast, I want to take it to in person with other people. And then from there, I don't know, but I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking.
That is good. I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
I look forward to all of your success. I don't feel like there's any reason why you wouldn't be able to. So,
Thank
yes, I'm looking
you.
forward to it.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here, Brandon. I was so nervous and so excited.
You did
But I thank you
great.
so
I'm like,
much.
this was great. I appreciate you for even inviting me.
Yes. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I thank y'all for being here. Stay tuned for the next episode. But until then, let me know what's on your shelf. All right. Bye.